What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to another major market breakdown where I give y'all my top setups for the week. Let's go to DXY where we usually start off at. If you haven't been here before, welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Go ahead and hit that like button, the sub button, and that bell icon. When y'all do that at the beginning of the video and then watch the whole video, it tells the algorithm that this is amazing content and it needs to get pushed further in the algorithm. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let me take the bot off for a second so we can just see the chart all cleanly. Like price went ahead and went towards this broke down last week, made this little low here, didn't go all the way. Let me get on a bigger time frame so we can really get all the context. Didn't go as low as we wanted it to, or as low as we thought it was going to go. I should say. But I do think this low will be taken out, and then once it does get taken out, I think we'll start seeing the dollar start pushing higher because this that we left here is still I believe still in play for our. If you go on a slightly bigger time frame, you can kind of give it a little bit more context there. To why I see we'll at least go touch that, if not this area here. Let's go down back to the 4 hour. But I do think we will, if not at least test this low, break this low here. If not, within the first half of the week, coming for the second half. URUSD. Well, actually, let me go back to the. Well, I mean, we can talk about it at the end. There's some fundamental factors at play, but we're gonna look at Forex Factory. Take a look at the news coming out this week to kind of give it a little more context. I've already looked at it, but I'm gonna look at it with y'all to get all the context there. If you guys tap into the live sessions that we do every morning, well, not every morning, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, then you'll be able to get some of these really sweet midweek entries. The chat's got this overall buy, but this was marked up specifically on one of the morning live episodes. So definitely make sure you have the notifications on so you know when we go live, so you can get these pending orders that we be sending out. I don't do a whole lot of execution on live just because my trades tend to not execute around that time, but we set and forget, and then we go on about life, and that's what keeps trading a lot less stressful when you kind of take yourself away from staring at the chart so much. Granted, I do my fair share of scalping here and there, just because, but for the most part, for the majority of my trading, I keep it. I like to keep it on a set and forget kind of level. Now, with this, I thought price was going to go a little bit higher before coming back after it, shot off a little bit. This top that it's made here, it's not like seeming to diverge or anything. So the way that currencies like to move, I don't think we're gonna just continue to swing upward. We usually don't trend for that long, and we have trended a bit to this point. You know what I'm saying? We are sort of buying at the top. So I'm at my stop losses are in profit for all of my EU entries right now, because we can definitely see a lot of, a lot of room down here for price to. I can probably get rid of that right there. For price to come down here and ask some questions. Let me get rid of this right here. That stays. But this here is interesting. This is a very interesting level that I think I would like to see price come into. On the daily, it doesn't look unreasonable, Most reasonable though is probably like seeing stoppage here at this level. So let me get rid of this here. I guess I can get rid of that too. I don't really need that. Delete that as well. I could definitely see price trickling down, giving us some kind of like move to like, I could put like a little, well, I don't really need to do that. Just trying to get rid of it. Like once price comes up under here and then gives like some kind of retest, that's when I'd actually look to get in sales for it. I'm just kind of, more on the speculative side this week, kind of letting things play out that we were already in and whatnot. Kind of gearing up for some more big trades here. So this week, next week, probably the week after that are going to be some good preparation weeks. So definitely make sure y'all getting tapped into the live sessions. Because I'm definitely going to be on every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Again, we get on around 8 a.m. Central Time. So right about 9 a.m. NYSE, and then we stay on through the open of NYSE, and then we talk, chat. We might react to some news or something like that, and then we say sayonara and go on about our day because we've already set up all the money we need. That's really all the time that really needs to get put into it. Outside of like just checking your phone here and there. Now, if you're spending hours and hours looking at the chart, that's on you. But like, with setting up our entries, ahead of time, things like that, and then having, like we have the bot. I don't know if you guys see over here on the side of my screen where you got the harmonies firing off. That's connected to a master account that we have where we're able to let people subscribe to receive the trades from the bot. So a lot of folks now don't even really be trading like that. I trade a lot less than I used to because we have Harmony now to just kind of do a lot of the heavy lifting for us. But you still need the human touch to give a lot of context to everything. So that's why I still do my duty to try to give clarity to these charts for y'all. Let me take a look at GBP USD because now Euro I'm holding off on the sell. GU looks sweet. GU looks sweet and ready to sell more. Like this level here, I feel like is gonna get tagged this week. I'd like to sell. Oops, wrong one. What I'd want is like a push lower. Let me make sure you can see good. I'd want to push lower and then a retest, and then I'd take the entry on that retest to take it down. Yeah. Yep. I'd like a push down, little retest, and then the rest of this move here. Now price has been divert this, and this is why I like this more than I like the sell right now for Euro, is because price has been massively diverging here, and this is the daily time frame, so it's a massive stark contrast in the strength of this specific asset versus the rest of the market. So this massively needs to reprice. So we could really see price come down to this level here, and even come see about this low here, depending on what kind of conditions start to happen around it fundamentally, right? So technically, I mean, see, like when it comes to the RSI, I don't see the RSI as like a technical indicator for real. Because of the fact that it's comparing it to the rest of like the other assets being traded. It's more of a fundamental indicator to me, because of that fact, because it's giving me information on from other assets, and usually when you get information from other assets, it tends to be a fundamental source. But this is just just happens to be on the chart. um, so you could really stretch this down now. Just the TP1, I guess you could call it, would be here, and then extended TP. Once we start when we're trailing the stop loss and profit, we'll trail it down to here. But that's the main trade this week. I'll be looking to get into, but I want to see it break down first, and then I want to get the entry off of a retest. Nasdaq. Oops. Start typing actual. Who's that? Might text me. Oh, it's the wrong one. Now I want to go back to where my entry is, so y'all can actually see. Cause it's like so close to hitting stop loss. You gotta be, transparent. But I don't know. I'm not confident in the U.S. Stock market right now. I just been seeing. We mentioned it on Friday's live session. There was a lot of CEOs selling their stock that like where they weren't scheduled to sell it, and they're not, there's no scheduling of them buying it back, which is usually when you got the top brass selling stock. It's usually planned out in advance, so it's not really like a bear market signal. And then there's usually like some type of agreement is in writing to buy back at some point in time, some type of plans like that. That's usually the case, but it's not like a crazy abnormal amount of people right now, but it is some top brass and some top companies, including Jeff Bezos himself selling Amazon. But granted, I think he was actually scheduled to sell that. I think that was actually planned ahead of time. So that might not be super duper feed the mix, but at the same time, he's at the top tier. So, in a world where, there's so many, conspiracies, and, we know that there's so many different things controlled, like the media and the markets being manipulated and whatnot, who's to say that, Jeff Bezos doesn't know when he should probably schedule to sell it to make sure he's in line with the crash anyway. You know what I mean? Like who's to say that's not the case? I don't know. But top brass is selling their stocks, and you have this just massive divergence happening overall, where I thought it was done being corrected with this, but then price started diverging here again. Let me think. Right here again, and then it did a little crooked letter. Oops, I didn't mean to move that. It did a little crooked letter, and now it's just going higher. So like, I'm not trying to be the one to call tops and bottoms and like end all be all or nothing, but man, overextended is overextended, okay? And overextended is this here trend. If you look at it from like a wave perspective, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This shit's done. And I mean, like, it makes sense if you look at it from a wave perspective. I don't genuinely, I don't generally trade waves that much, but it is a concept that is pretty fundamental in the markets. The markets do move in 5 wave uh, uh, um, format. So like it's I don't and I won't say I don't trade it because I always see it in the markets for sure. I just don't. It's not my basis of entry usually, but um to just know where we're at in the market, yeah, I mean, like, we're at a point where generally we get an ABC correction, and that's A, B, C. You know what I mean? A, B, C. Let me make a little um. No, I don't even feel like doing all that. Y'all know what I mean. A, B, C. We get this entry here, and then bongo, we out. We out. We out of there. Now, when it play out like that, and I do the little video where I clip this here talking about it, juxtaposed to like it happening, that's gonna be sweet. That's gonna be sweet. Or it's just gonna keep buying, and it's gonna hit stop loss, and we're just gonna move on. But I mean, like, if you're a person that wants to, you're eager, you want to put your finger in the pencil sharpener, then by all means, it's very low risk at this point, because above here I'm just like, okay, whatever, you'll sell off whenever you want to sell off, and then I'll just wait for the buy. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna chase it, not at all. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Because when it does work out, we'll be fine. But I think this entry is gonna happen before it's July 27th. I believe this happens before like mid-September. Definitely before mid-September. I think this. Well, yeah, this is like September 10th. Well, I think maybe like around mid-September. Like around mid-September is probably when this is gonna play out. Um, we're gonna see buys. Traditionally, what's the seasonality on Nasdaq for September? Okay, September tends to be a weak month for Nasdaq. Okay, so yeah. This all makes a lot of sense. This all makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, so since we're probably going to see it consolidate and play around a whole lot, and then September hits, we get the sell off, then we can start actually, what I'm saying, doing what it do in all of our brokers that will remain unnamed, and making all these hundreds of thousands of dollars that we usually do around that time every year. So let me look at Bitcoin. And if you guys are wondering exactly how you could get access to getting the signals from the Harmony bot, not signals really, trades from the Harmony bot, because we have set it up to make it so it actually executes on your MT4. You can actually get it as a subscription service now. So before, we were doing it from a one-time fee, lifetime access kind of thing, and that one-time fee is on the higher end. So we're bringing it down. Want to come down to earth, make it easier, more accessible for folks. So for $150 for the setup, and then $100 a month, you can get all the trades from the bot. And whatever account you have, whatever account size you have, you can change the lot sizing that's coming to your account. So to make sure that it's in line with your risk management strategy and risk appetite and things like that. You can limit how many trades you're getting. You can turn it off and turn it back on whenever you feel like it. So it's not like we have like control over your account and like that. Nah, we're just sending trades to your account. That's all it is. And we don't need like your login password or nothing like that. We just send you the invite link, and then you become a subscriber. Real simple. Like, so if you've been having any type of trouble with your trading, and you don't feel like going through doing the whole course and all of that stuff, then that's fine. Then you can have this to kind of supplement what you're doing. You can see the trades and react to the trades. Go look at the chart, see why the bot took the trades, and maybe learn a little something. Or you just want to just turn this whole thing into a passive kind of, you feel me, little side thing where you don't have to focus too much on your trading. You can just, boom, you know what I mean? Just have your phone print the money for you. That's an option too. Either way, Harmony Bot is now slightly more accessible for everybody. So I hope you guys are excited to take advantage of that. For all the traders that have any type of issues, whether you don't want to buy the bot, cool. You don't want the subscription, that's fine. We have a free tool. Let me show you. Let me go to it. It's a completely free tool. You don't have to pay nothing. All you gotta do is hit the link in the description and you use it. The way you use it is real simple. Like, you go over here, you type in an asset, you hit get sentiment, and it's gonna tell you up here. See, right now it says neutral because it's Sunday, the markets aren't open, but during the week you'll see it fluctuate. Sometimes it'll say slight incoming bullishness or slight incoming bearishness, or incoming bullishness or incoming bearishness. That slight differential will kind of tell you the size of the move that's incoming, and that will help you execute trades a little bit better. So this is to help y'all make some more money in these markets. So it's completely free to use. Y'all don't have to sign up. Y'all don't have to put in any information. Like, we don't want no user data, none of that. Just go on there and make some money. All right. Now let me get back over here to these Chizards. Let's actually talk about Bitcoin. I missed such a crispy entry. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. You see that? I really wanted that to play out, but it didn't. Price decided to go back to the upside. We got, so peak 123, 374, right? So I used to set alerts for all-time highs, but now there's so many people that hit my phone when there's a new all-time high. I don't need to. But I'd say for like the next entry on, I wanted the next entry on Bitcoin to be down here, but the way price is moving and things are going well, it seems like, gold's probably gonna make a new high. We're gonna look at gold in a second. We may just bounce off of here. Not being super extra definitive, because when we're talking about cryptos, it's a little bit of a different world. The technicals are weighted a little differently, at least for me personally. Still, I mean, everything's the same technically, it's just weighted a little differently. But I like all this underneath price matters a little less for crypto. Crypto's just bullish. So as long as, I don't know, I can't really think of any crazy news that could come out that could really take any wind out of crypto sales right now, because of the fact that institutions just keep buying more, and then every 2-3 days you got somebody on Bloomberg talking about some crazy buku $2-3 million price cap, or not price cap, price target for per coin on Bitcoin, and it's like, boo. I'm just looking at 400,000 per coin, then 1 million per coin. That's me personally. Those are my two 2030 and 2035. Those are my what I see going on. I get it. I know the market cap is going up, so I guess the price target should go a little bit higher, but the way it was built, I believe in the foundation of it. So all in all, Matt, just that's just to say it's mad bullish, mad bullish. Like, whereas on a currency, if it was this extended, I'd be like, where's the sell at? Like, I want to see it come down here or something if this was a currency. But it's not. It's crypto, and crypto's a big bull with no bad news on it right now. So, and a crypto favoring president in office right now. It's just a lot of wind behind it. So I don't want to do no selling. I just want to wait for good buy entries. So I'd like to buy here. If it don't work out good, I'll buy it again here. And that don't work out, I'll buy again here. That's me speaking honest. That's me speaking honest there. I'm super crypto bullish. And then last but not least, we'll take a look at gold before we get out of here. On Oanda, cause that's my broker. Yeah, see, this whole triple top thing we got here going on. Listen, there's one thing. If there's one thing that you could learn from me, one simple fact that's easy to remember, not complicated at all. Triple tops get broken. Double tops sometimes get left alone. For real. Triple tops, it's too many orders up there. It's too many. A lot of folks sold. Whole lot of folks sold right here, and price gonna go yaga. It's gonna go take all of that. If you in gold sales, go ahead and put your stop loss in profit. Break even, trail it, whatever, but take some risk off the table, please. Dear God, please. Wait, 1, 2, that's 4. I'm stupid. I wasn't even not really counting. Whew. Yeah, that's getting smacked. It's definitely getting smacked. We might see some more bearishness happen in this area, but I know very soon that's getting smacked. That's definitely getting hit. I'm probably gonna do a little video juxtapose after it gets hit. I'm like, boom, it got hit, something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't already, follow us on TikTok at TDB Finance. That's TDB Finance. And then follow us on Instagram, TDB_finance. And then you can follow me personally, TDB_CEO. We put out a whole bunch of content and announcements on, the company, the products that we have, things like that. So if you want to be tapped into everything we got going on, make sure y'all go follow us everywhere. All right, finna get out of here. Go ahead and hit that like button, that sub button, and that bell icon if you haven't already. The algorithm loves that. It's gonna make me love you more. It's gonna give us the ability to give y'all more perks and things with the channel, so we can upgrade it and all that stuff. All right, I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.